We are coming to you from US Cellular Field, where tonight WGN Sports on the U presents White Sox baseball. There's Juan Pierre, AJ Pierzynski, Johnny Danks and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with Derek Jeter and the 27-time world champion New York Yankees. Hi, everybody, and welcome. With Steve Stone, I'm Ken Harrelson as we get set to bring you game 2 of this 4-game set. In the opener last night, Jake Peavy went out. He gave up 2 runs in the first, another in the third, and that was it. He really pitched well. It was just a gutsy performance by our veteran. Unfortunately, we only got 2 off CC Sabathia, and they won that ball game 3-2. So the Sox come in 4.5 games back of the Tigers, and tonight, Johnny Danks.
Johnny Danks has a job to do, and that is make sure Mariano Rivera doesn't figure into this game. And if he does that, then he's going to be in pretty good shape because John's throwing the ball exceptionally well. He's 4-8. That's somewhat deceiving because he's thrown the ball better than that, especially recently. And Phil Hughes goes to the mound for the Yankees. He's 1-3, and his ERA is over 8. Now, lifetime, he's got a 1-point ERA against the Sox. Johnny Danks' lifetime has a 7+ ERA against the Yankees. But just looking at their stuff right now, John Danks has the advantage. So we've got to tie the series at 1, and Johnny Danks needs a big outing.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way. And back at U.S. Cellular Field, there is going to be a delay in the start of this game. We understand that they're going to wait until 7:45 and then reassess the situation. So neither team wants to burn a starter. There's no question about that. The Yankees are 1 game back of Boston, and we're 4.5 games back of the Tigers, who, as we speak, are leading Texas 2-0.
And I think for both teams, whether it's the Yankees or us, John Danks has been pitching so well. The last thing you'd want to have happen was he got loose, pitched a couple of innings. All of a sudden you have an hour rain delay. Now you can't use Johnny Danks. Puts a lot of pressure on your bullpen, seeing is you got 2 more with the Yankees. We're certainly going to have to make this one up if they don't play this tonight. But the pressure on the bullpen would be enormous. The same thing with the Yankees with Hughes. I mean, so I can understand why they'd want to wait, and I can understand why they're looking for that window. So when they do start, then you can play it through.
Well, we saw the scenario last year in Kansas City when we had to waste a starter. Game started just a few minutes after the game started. Here comes the rain, and that was a significant and defining day in our season last year.
And when you take a look at what's coming up, certainly you have these games with the Yankees that have to be played because they're not coming back. Then you don't have any off days. You go to Minnesota for 3, you go to Baltimore for 4, you come back Kansas City for 3 before you have that off day on the 15th of August. So the pressure on the bullpen would be astonishing if you burned your starter after a couple of innings, and I think that comes into play when you decide to hold this up, that and the radar as they look at it and see what's coming in the next wave.
Well, they're getting ready to put the tarp on the field, and I was just looking at my iPad and my Weather Channel radar, and it doesn't look too good. So anyway, that's the scenario as we have described it. They said we're going to have to wait until 7:45, and then they'll reassess the situation because the radar does not look good. In the meantime, we're going to take you to some rain delay programming, and it's called Meet the Browns.
Tremenda, Chicago's Spanish language sports leader. So on a very warm night, a very windy night, but so far a rainless night, we're going to start this game. And it's going to be about 40 to 45 minutes later than we thought it would, but hopefully the rains will hold off. We'll get this game in without any delays. And they're meeting at the plate as the Sox take the field. John Danks going out after win number 5. So let's take a look at how Joe Girardi is going to line up his New York Yankees. Derek Jeter back in the lineup after getting hit on the hand. He's leading off, and it's Granderson, Teixeira, Cano, Swisher in right field with Jones the DH, Martin, Nunez, and Gardner rounded out. The defense and how they'll line up behind Johnny Danks. It's Pierre Rios and Diaz in the outfield. Vizquel, Ramirez, Beckham, and Dunn in the infield. A.J. Pierzynski, who had a couple of hits last night against C.C. Sabathia, gets a nod behind the plate. And John Danks on the hill looking for his 5th win. His ERA very respectable at 3.79, on for the 18th time. He's coming back off the disabled list. He's thrown the ball exceptionally well. There you look at the numbers, and they're pretty impressive. So he's facing a very good New York lineup, a team that comes in one game in back of the Boston Red Sox. The umpires for the game tonight: Ted Barrett behind the plate, Brian Runge is at first, Marvin Hudson is at second, and Tim McClellan, the crew chief, is at third. So with fireworks in the background, Sox throw the ball around the infield. They'll be facing Phil Hughes, who's really been a struggling pitcher. And the Sox know that Detroit is up 3-2 against the Texas Rangers in Detroit. However, Texas is threatening in the top of the 5th. The Indians leading 1-0 in the bottom of the 1st against the Boston Red Sox in Boston. And Derek Jeter set to lead it off. So the Sox have thrown the ball around the infield. We're ready to play baseball, and I'm ready to turn it over to my play-by-play partner, Hawk Harrelson.
All right, Stone Pony, thank you. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to White Sox baseball right here over WGN Sports on the U. So happy you could join us for game 2 of this 4-game set. And nice job on that interview with Roland. I'll tell you what
a guy he is.
He is. Well, you played for him.
Yep.
And he thanked you for being a class act and giving them an extra year, which that doesn't happen too much today.
No, I don't think so, but I felt I owed it to them because they allowed me to get back and resurrect my career.
First pitch to Derek Jeter, taken for a strike. Jeter with 3,020 hits. Missed last night's game. He was hitting the hand the previous game with a pitch. That's down low. Yankees come in hitting at .263 as a club with a 3.45 ERA. And there's a base hit. So he is now 5 for 15 lifetime off Danks. What a player. So here's Granderson. He was 2 for 4 last night, hitting .272, 28 homers, and 79 driven in. Takes first pitch strike. Now he, on the other side of that page, has faced Danks 23 times, and he has 1 hit. And that 1 hit that Jeter just picked up, that surpassed Rafael Palmeiro for sole position of 24th place on baseball's all-time hits list, to tie Lou Brock for 23rd. And that is chopped foul, so the count 1-2.
Even with the fact that Jeter is a bit older, he's still a base stealing threat, although probably not against Johnny Danks, who along with Mark Burley can really shut down a running game. 11 steals for Jeter. He's been caught 3 times.
Out and around that one. So the count hangs at 1-2. This is the sixth meeting of the year between these two clubs. In the first 5, we have won 3 of them. Check that. We split in New York and lost last night, so we're 2-3.
Granderson, no stranger to the strikeout. He leads his team by a wide margin with 115 of them. That was almost 160.
And the count goes full. And here at beautiful US Cellular Field, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straightaway center. There he goes. Got ahead of him and walks him. So trouble of brewing right here in the very top of the first inning.
Teixeira has been a much better hitter from the right side. 50-point better hitter.
And he's hit Bankswell 5 for 9.
The one thing he can't do is run. Surprisingly, he's only grounded into 9 double plays in 402 at bats. But if he hits a ball on the ground, it will be 2.
Big strike 1. And he takes strike 2.
John gets that one all night. He's going to be in pretty good shape.
Outfield slightly to the right, gap out there in left center. Sure, 2 for 4 last evening. And right to the bag, step on it and rack him up. 2 down. The Yankees have 139 home runs. Our Sox have 101.
For the 10th time this year, Teixeira grounds into a double play. This is a change-up away. He had to protect because that last pitch was off the corner, called a strike. Pretty easy after that, 4-3, and Granderson can't get close to Beckham.
That'll bring up Robinson Cano. Hitting at .295, 16 homers and 69 driven in. And he is 5 for 10 lifetime off Banks. Johnny 2-2 lifetime against this club with a 7.36 ERA. One and one to count. And that's fouled back. So a 45-minute weather delay.
There's the big man who threw well last night. He got out of some jams. He was more vulnerable than we've seen, and yet when he had to make the big pitch, he did, and he didn't walk anybody. That's why he gave up 10 hits and got out with only 2 runs.
Well, we helped him out a couple of times. That ball hit hard over the head. Jeter scores, and it's 1-0 New York. '28th double for Cano.
70th run batted in. Banks had worked him away this entire at bat, and when he goes out there one more time, Cano, who's just a terrific hitter, rifles it over the head of Rios. No chance to get this one. And the Yankees have the early lead.
Here's Swisher. Hitting at .267, 14 homers and 62 driven in.
Surprisingly this year, he's had a much better year average-wise from the right side. That is his natural side.
Softly hit, and that'll retire the side. But they come up with a run, and after happening a play, it's New York 1 and our guys coming to bat.
Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana BMW dealers. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. And here's how Ozzy's going to line them up. Juan Pierre leading off, then it's Vizquel, Quinton at DH with Dunn, Ramirez, Pierzynski, Rios, Diaza, and Beckham rounding out the starting lineup. The defense behind Phil Hughes, Gardner, Granderson, and Swisher in the outfield. Nunez, Jeter, Cano, and Teixeira in the infield. Russell Martin gets a nod behind the plate. And Phil Hughes, who's really struggled with a tired arm this year, on for his 8th start. He was 18-8 last year, but tailed out before the end of the season. And this year, the velocity, the late movement, just hasn't been there.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours. Juan Pierre. Got the corners in close. Nunez well in on the grass. Juan comes in at 275 a homer. He's driven in 26. And that's a can of corn. And with one out, let's check on our picks to click. Jim Angio, our director of the crew. He went with Alexei. Stone Pony's going with Adam Dunn and Julie Taylor, Don Esposito, Roy Rivas, and I. We're going to go with Juan Pierre. Omar takes ball 1. Omar hitting at 263. Sox come in hitting at 250 as a team, but they have a very fine 3.70 ERA.
Last time out, Hughes showed some signs of coming back. He went 6 innings, and although he gave up 9 hits to Seattle, he only gave up 2 earned runs. Walked 1, fanned 3.
Well, he was a big guy, a young guy, 25, 6'5", 240 out of Tampa.
That's why it was so surprising that he would come back still with a tired arm that affected him most of this year.
Omar hits the net, another can of corn. So 2 down, and that'll bring up Quinton. Quinton hitting at 260, 20 homers and 62 knocked in.
Last night, CC Sabathia threw everything up to Carlos Quinton. Then again, he throws a bit harder than Phil Hughes.
Checks it up, takes a strike. Threw that one right by him at 95.
When I talked with Larry Rothschild about Hughes, he says he's got a good overhand curveball and throws a cutter, not necessarily a slider. But I think Larry probably is encouraged by the velocity that Hughes has shown in this first inning.
Well, that first pitch he threw to Carlos was a cutter. That last one was just a flat-out four-seamer. 1-2. Just tuning in, a 45-minute weather delay. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Hughes. First pitch strike to Andrew Jones, leading off here in the top of the second inning. A run on 2 hits for their guys. No runs on no hits for our guys. Fastball high and wide. Jones hitting at .227 with 7 homers and 21 knocked in. One and 2 the count.
Andrew's so geared up for the fastball that he was way out in front of that changeup.
What a career he's had. Wow. 414 home runs as he gone.
I would think the boys should be swinging tonight. This cutter, you see where the 5 appears. Watch AJ's glove as he pulls it back. Gets the benefit of the call.
I like it. I like those big strike zones. Russell Martin fakes the bunt and takes the ball. He did not play last evening. He's hitting .225, but he has 10 homers and 40 RBIs. One and one.
The statistics got him last night, 4 for 32 lifetime against Jake. That's why Cervelli played.
It is 2-0. Number 11. And that is the 13th homer that Johnny has thrown this year.
RBI number 41, and that was a no-doubter. Every pitcher alive knows the sound of a ball that's going way out of the park.
And the Tigers leading Texas 5-2, bottom of the fifth, and threatening for more. There's the strike to Eduardo Nunez, 24-year-old infielder, hitting at 270, 3 homers he's driven in 24. And Diaz makes the call, has the ball, 2 down.
Nunez getting a whole lot of play. I talked with Joe Girardi about A-Rod and when he's going to come back. He said that he'll be allowed to start with baseball activities on Thursday, and he figures it's going to be at least a couple of weeks after that. But when it comes time for the big push at the end, A-Rod should be back healthy and ready to go.
So here's Brett Gardner hitting at 278, 4 homers and 27 knocked in. But he has 32 stolen bases. And a reminder, Sox fans, every White Sox Friday home game is United Flyaway Friday. Each Friday home game, one lucky fan will have the chance to win 2 free round-trip tickets to anywhere in the continental United States that United Airlines flies. United, proud to fly the Chicago White Sox. And the count 0-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Jeter on deck. There's a chopper. Gordon's got him. But the long home run by Russell Martin after an inning and a half. 2-0 bad guys.
Millions in Powerball. Tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is worth $85 million. Wednesday's Powerball jackpot is worth $160 million. Now we're getting up in some serious money.
Adam Dunn fouls that one back. Adam at 162, 10 homers, 38 knocked in. 2-0 Yankees.
Cano is back, but not all that far back on the right side.
And that's off the glove of Nunez. Bounced up, so that'll be a base hit.
Nunez is a decent enough hitter, but he's had some big problems with the glove this year. He's made 14 errors. This looked to be a changeup away. And Dunn comes up with a base hit.
Here's Alexei. He accounted for our 2 runs last night with his 10th homer off Sabathia. Martin to the outside. Alexei hitting at 271 with those 10 homers and 45 knocked in. Cleveland leading Boston 1-0. That game in the bottom of the 2nd at Fenway. And there's a little flare hit into right field. 1 out. And it'll bring up AJ. Tags it up and takes strike 1. AJ at 286, 5 homers, 33 knocked in. He was 2 for 4 last night off Sabathia. Single and a double. That ball hit hard. Meanwhile, count 0-2.
He's got that fastball into the hands of AJ. Trying to take the page from the book of Mariano Rivera, but there's only one of those guys around.
He did go. So down goes AJ. 2 out.
There's the curveball in the dirt. Good stop by Russell Martin. And AJ went well too far.
Here's Rios. Alex at 207, 6 homers, 24 knocked in. He's hit Hughes well. 7 for 16. His first pitch strike. With the 1 hopper, so we get the leadoff single by Dunn, and we're into the 3rd, trailing 2-0. First pitch fouled away by Derek Jeter, who singled and scored back in the first inning. He's a 16-pager. It's the only time I've ever seen a 16-pager.
You know, all his accomplishments, you can understand where they might do that in the Yankee guy.
I've never seen a 16. That press guide. Seen a few 10-pagers. Two and one to count. The ball hit hard. One hop off the fence. So that's his 16th two-bagger.
Doesn't appear that taking that ball off his right hand affected his swing very much. I talked with him before the game, asked him how it was doing, and he said feels 100%. He was in the starting lineup, didn't think there would be any ill effects, and by the first two swings, you would have to say that he knows himself pretty well.
So here's Granderson. A 1-1 the count. And a report on Konerko. You didn't know or hear. He got hit by Andrew Miller, Red Sox, right below the knee in the calf area. But the bad thing about it was it hit a nerve. And that's what has been causing all the problems. And hopefully, he might start swinging a bat a little bit tomorrow.
That would be nice.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. That'll get the job done. So Jeter into third. Also, Jake Peavy has got some kind of bruise on his right thigh.
He took a shot, I mean, and didn't get any glove on it at all. It was nothing but thigh. And yet, didn't talk to Hermie, said everything was fine, and just went right back out there.
That was a terrific performance last night, as Jake, if you missed it, gave up 2 in the first, 1 in the third. Went 7, giving up those 3 runs, 8 hits, 1 walk, and had 4 strikeouts. Right side in, left side just a little short of being in. And there's Paulie. A couple of great guys right there, Burley and Konerko. And this chop foul by Teixeira. He hit into a 4-3 double play. To me, it's just amazing what Peavy has done. We've never seen an injury like he had. And for him to go and pitch the way he is, I tell you, next year he's liable to have some guys. That's popped up. Come back. It won't. Or even before the season's over, builds up that stamina. You miss a year without throwing, you're going to have some atrophy in that arm.
Well, what he did last night was go beyond his yearly high in pitches, and you didn't see a whole lot of fall off in stuff. So if that's any reflection on how things are going to be. He pitched well enough to beat Sabathia.
He did.
Just didn't get the runs.
We couldn't come up with a. And that's low. 2-2.
Sure, a tough man to strike out from the right side. Only 17 strikeouts and 127 at bats. He does have 4 sacrifice flies.
And another top foul.
Nice catch by Ozzie, one-handed. Flips it back over the dugout, makes some friends behind the dugout.
That was his glove hand.
Nice grab.
Yeah. So the count hangs at 2-2 with one down here in the top of the third inning. 2-4-0 for the Yankees, 0-1-0 for our Sox.
There's the career numbers for Mark Teixeira. With the infield in, pitcher is trying with everything he's got and with every pitch that he knows to throw a ground ball. If you throw a ground ball, you've done your job.
Full count with Robinson Cano on deck. Get foul. It won't. It is 4-0.
He's one of those guys, Hawk, that you talk about a lot, that can pull his hands in and keep the ball fair down the line, because he didn't hook it. When that ball left the bat, it looked like it was going to hook foul and didn't move. Stayed straight as a die into the bullpen.
It's a knack. It is a knack.
30th home run of the year.
So is that a high straight change?
Looked like a high cutter. Whatever it was, it did get out and it did stay fair by plenty.
So here's Cano. He hit a bullet double over the head of Rios in left center. Teixeira now 6 for 11 lifetime off Danks. Cano now 6 for 11 lifetime off Danks. Still 5-2 Detroit. Game now in the bottom of the sixth at Comerica Park. Here, right up against the Comcast Sportsnet. Boy, he just flicks the bat out there and it just jumps. He and Jose Bautista have two of the liver bats in this league. There's Swisher. Hit a little soft looper to Beckham. Takes first pitch strike. And the count 0-2. Right size, wrong shape. And that's low and away. And you can join the White Sox mobile group by texting VIP to 244-769 for a chance to win a night stay at a downtown hotel, transportation to the game, 2 United Scout seat tickets for August 21st, and a $200 gift card to Bacardi at the Park. As that's tough hop, and that'll be a base hit.
This is a changeup in the hole. Once he tries that slide and grab. Slide worked, the grab didn't.
That's a nice gift there. VIP to 244-769. A night stay at the downtown hotel, transportation to the game, 2 United Scout seat tickets, and a $200 gift card to Bacardi at the Park. Andrew Jones can't get it. He struck out, called out, leading off the second inning. And that's hooked.
Johnny Danks came in with a 7.36 ERA against this Yankee ball club. And tonight's effort to this point is not going to help that too much.
He gone. Change up. But the 2-run homer by Teixeira will go to the bottom of the third, trailing 4-0. WGN Sports on the U, tail of the tape. It is what it is. Bottom of the third, Alejandro Diaza to lead it off. Corners in close. There's a little faking there and takes a strike. Diaza 1 for 8 since being called up, but it was a big one, a 2-run homer. Won us a ball game. Checks it up and takes it high. So 2-1 to count.
At this point, Hughes has thrown a lot of strikes. Giving up 1 hit. John's given up 6. It's been a tough 3 for him.
Don't help him out. He needs some base runners. Full count.
Getting into middle relief has been the problem for these Yankees. Got a pretty good setup man and a pretty good closer. Pretty good would be understating the closer part.
Nice little Bolingbrook bounce right there. Far to Shera.
Shera's one of the best in all of baseball defensively at first. The fact that he's hit 30 home runs is pretty good, and the fact that he has 2 errors in 107 games is remarkable.
Here's Beckham. Gordon at 252, 8 homers, 31 knocked in. He was 2 for 4 last night. The ball hit hard but foul. And a reminder, Bacardi at the Park, White Sox new restaurant bar, is open, offering a full menu from Gibson's Restaurant Group. Bacardi at the Park is the place to meet and watch all the action on over 70 screens. So Bacardi at the Park is open 11 a.m. before all home games. Located right across the street from U.S. Cellular Field. One and two. Upper tank, right side.
Yankees have been doing the same thing with Gordon that they've been doing with Carlos Quentin, and that's all things being considered when they throw the fastball, they've been keeping it up high.
Lays off the breaking ball. Gavin Floyd tomorrow night against A.J. Burnett. So make your plans to be with us. And then Thursday night, in the finale of this homestand, Philip Humber against Bartolo Colon. 2 down.
Here's a look at Bartolo. Colon has had a pretty good go of it. He's 8-6 with a 3.30 ERA. Freddie Garcia is 10-7 with a 3.22 ERA. So both former White Sox pitchers, both you would say crafty veterans at this point, both doing great for the Yankees.
Well, Bartolo beat us in the Bronx.
He wasn't crafty.
He wasn't crafty. He was blowing.
He was overpowering that night.
38-year-old veteran. And there's a shot for a base hit. That's our second hit.
Well, I talked to Girardi about the playoffs started today, and he got his team in either as a division winner or wild card. Who would pitch number 2 the second game? They said, I can't tell you that. A lot depends on what Phil Hughes does the rest of the way. He said, number 1 is obvious, but number 2, he said, that's a mystery to this point.
Good speed aboard with 2 down, and here's Vizquel. Omar went out to right field. Pretty good lead by 1. And there's ball 1. And Swisher's going to get him again. So that'll return to the side. We've completed 3 and we trail it by 4. 0-1 to count to Russell Martin, who homered a long home run. And Johnny Danks has had a rough first 3.
He has that. And on the other side, Phil Hughes has been close to untouchable, especially for a guy with an 8.25 ERA coming into this one.
1-1 to count to Martin. You know, has 11 homers and 41 knocked in. Change up high. 2-1 to count. In and out of the LG Skyline Club seats.
Here's a look at Freddie, who just continues to take the ball and continues to win.
And Diaza. 1 out. And you can provide your guests with the ultimate baseball experience in the LG Skyline Club seats, United Scout seats, Gold Coast Tickets Club, or Diamond Suites. Premium seating areas offer exclusive amenities and benefits, and are a great way to entertain clients, employees, friends, or family. Nunez. Yaza. Quick 2 out. Johnny needs an easy inning, and that'll bring up Brett Gardner. Bounced out softly to Beckham.
Omar's going to make sure that Gardner is not thinking about bunting his way on with a push bunt to third. He's way in on the grass.
Bottom of the 3rd at Fenway. Cleveland and the Red Sox are tied at 1. Takes the bunt, takes the ball. After the Thursday game, we'll board our charter, head on over to Minnesota. First of the 3 game set over there. We're going to run Burley, Peavy, and Danks out to the bump, and their rotation has not been announced. Two and 1 to count. And it's off to Baltimore for 4. And that's out of play. And we'll come back, open up a 6-game homestand on the 16th, 3 with Cleveland and 3 with Texas. Two out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gardner at the plate with Derek Jeter on deck. Jeter came into the game with 3,020 hits. He now has 3,022.
John's been working hard, about to deliver pitch number 75.
Here you go. 1, 2, 3 inning for Danks. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. We need 4. win one of 5 top prizes of $250,000 or one of over 2,000 additional prizes ranging from $50 to $1,000 instantly. Quentin checks it up, takes a strike. Struck out his first at bat. One of 3 registered by Phil Hughes.
Another high fastball, and Carlos has been awfully anxious, especially these 2 games against the Yankees.
Waves off the breaking pitch. Well, we've got a different looking lineup without Konerko.
And there's no doubt about that.
That's why I said it. And that's into right field. And that's 1 out. That'll bring up Adam. He had a single leading off the 2nd inning.
Those 2 men have been teammates for a long time. Both do their job exceptionally well. Both great teammates and great people to go along with it.
Yeah. Both of those guys in all my years with the White Sox have been 2 of my great joys. $21 to count. Shift is on. And the count 1-2. Well out in front.
Hughes' stuff tonight looks like the guy who won 18 last year. Not the guy with an 8.25 ERA this year.
Two down. 4th strikeout, and that'll bring up Alexa.
2 curveballs in a row, the second of which does him in.
Well, Alexa, let's get something started with 2 out. Takes it right there. Alexa went out to Swisher. Swisher's had 5 putouts in this game. And a reminder, Hooters is the official road game restaurant of the White Sox. Come into any Chicagoland Hooters location when the Sox are on the road to catch the games on their flat screen HD TVs and enjoy great Miller beer features. And now make it 6 putouts for Swisher. And a 1-2-3 inning for Hughes. And he leads it 4-0. Johnny Danks with a 1-2-3 fourth. Hold him right here, buddy. Maybe we'll come back and get you some runs. Jeter has singled hard and doubled hard and scored twice. Takes first pitch strike. Never forget the first at bat that he ever had against us in Yankee Stadium. Yeah, that's tough foul, and the count 0-2. We had a left-hander. I think it was Mike Bertotti on the mound. Jeter comes up. First pitch was right behind his head. He goes down. He gets up. He looks at our guy for about 4 or 5 seconds, gets back in. On the next pitch, he hit a rocket right back to the middle. I looked at Wimpy and I said, Wimpy, we might be looking at something right here. Johnny's got him. And that's out number 1. And Chicagoland viewers, how would you like to win $5 footlongs from Subway? Just be the 500 texter to text Subway to 97999. So go to WGNTV.com for complete info and rules. Breaking ball strike to Anderson, who has walked and grounded out to first. And there's the base hit. It's only the second base hit in 25 at bats for Anderson off Danks. The Yankees now with 7. 4-7-0 for them, 0-2-0 for us. And here's Teixeira. Teixeira 1 for 2. And here was his hit in the 3rd inning with a man on.
All he wanted to know when he left the bat was, would it stay fair? He knew he got all of it.
So that's number 30. He has 81 knocked in. And the count evens at 1. Anderson 19 for 28 from stolen bases. And that changeup low.
Shearer out of Georgia Tech. Coming out of school, he could really hit, and nothing has changed.
Ball and skull. They've had a few come out of Georgia Tech. Jason Varitek, Kevin Brown, Omar Garcia-Parra. That's pretty good baseball program they've had there over the years. So 1 out, 2 on, and here's Cano, who has an RBI double. And then he lined out hard. That double was just a bullet over the head of Rios in center, left center. And then he lined out hard to Pierre in left. Some kind of player. Everything he does, he makes look easy. That double play he turned last night.
It was a softly hit ball to third. Didn't look like they could turn to.
Well, it looked like the ball never touched his glove. It looked like Bill Mazeroski, former second baseman for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and also a guy named Dick Green, who was a second baseman for the Oakland A's. Looked like the ball never touched their glove. And Robbie Alamo. And that ball was slashed. Watch out. Got it. He gone. 2 down.
The ball's a cutter away from him. First time he went low and away, and he got him.
There's Swisher. He's 1 for 2.
AJ for a while could not find the whereabouts of that one. But because it was right at his feet, no advancement on the part of the runners.
Up high in the count, 2-0. Some other scores for you. Toronto beat Tampa Bay 3-1. Washington beat Atlanta 9-3. There they go. And Omar thinking he had it. Perfect throw.
Strange running situation. Normally, you try to get the trailer, especially with Teixeira. That throw is right there.
Yeah, he's out. And the 3-0 pitch. And we were talking about that double play that Cano turned last night. Take a look at how quickly he gets rid of this ball. Like he just bounced off his glove into his hand. Looks a lot better in real time in slow motion.
Well, a slowly hit ball, and he made it so that it wasn't even close at first base and moved off the bag so that you couldn't get a piece of him on the pivot.
Ducks on the pond, 2 out, and a payoff pitch. Backhanded by Omar, made it look easy. And that'll retire the side. We're halfway home. We need 4 to tie. Stats and information. Log on to www.wgntv.com and enter the game zone, brought to you by Connie's Pizza. You can park at Connie's on Archer Avenue and take their free shuttle to each game, so call 312 Connie's for more information. AJ struck out his first trip and singles in his second trip. All right, let's go.
Third base hit. It's a first pitch changeup. One of my faves because you're not changing up off anything. So AJ waited back, took it through the right side, and a promising way to start the fifth.
Alex grounded out to second. Well, in years past, if a guy, unless it was his best pitch, if he started to hit her off with a changeup and the guy got a base hit, that manager would get all over him when he got back in that dugout, or else went out to the mound and get over it.
For Hughes, that's his fourth best pitch, and it might have cost him a promising inning.
Here's the 1-1. Gap out there in right center. 2-1 to count. Diaz on deck.
Hughes has averaged under 5 innings per start. And he's in the fifth as we speak.
And back him up. So much for that promising inning.
Taylor made 2. Alex swings at a pitch up, way out of the zone. That's an easy double play. He went down from the side to make sure that AJ couldn't get close to him, and AJ really hit the dirt because he had to. Yeah. You don't need a face burger.
First pitch strike. .21 to count. Shara, we get the leadoff single, the double play, the out, and we're into the 6th. First pitch curveball strike to Andrew Jones, leading off here in the top of the 6th inning. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Yankees. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for our Sox. And the count 0-2. Jones is 0 for 2 with a couple of punch-outs. Texas has tied up Detroit at 5. Cleveland leading Boston 2-1. Top of the 5th at Fenway. There you go. You got the hat trick.
Our fourth drive of the game came in the 2nd inning, and Russell Martin made it 2-0 at the time with his 11th home run.
And Johnny, this will be pitch number 101.
They scored the first 3 innings. John has held them scoreless for the last 2.
Just got a piece of it. That's low. 1-2 the count. The 28-year-old catcher, Russell Martin. Two hopper. 2 out. And here's Eduardo Nunez. Twice he has gone out to Diaza. That Texas Tiger game in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch strike.
Not a good night for Andrew.
Backs that up and takes ball 2. Gavin Floyd on the bump tomorrow night against A.J. Burnett. So make your plans to be with us if you can. The game will be over Comcast Sportsnet.
And look at Jorge Posada, who does not play a whole lot against left-handers. Hitting right-handed this year for him has been disastrous. He's hitting 113.
And there's a base hit for Nunez. Count got him. And that'll bring in Gardner.
For Texas, newly acquired Mike Adams came over from San Diego with a gaudy 1.12 ERA. Is in the game in the 8th. With the pitches piling up, Jason Frazier loosening in the pen.
Well, that's what's so perplexing about our club. We've got good starters. We've got good bullpen. just can't seem to capitalize on our assets. Gardner has bounced to second and struck out.
Offense has been lagging behind a bit.
Well, that's the tough thing about a club, about baseball. If you don't pitch well, you don't pitch well. Everybody understands that. Pitchers are in a slump. They're not pitching. But when you don't hit, you look lethargic. The whole club looks like that. And that's not the case. It's just when you don't hit, everything looks bad.
If you don't have base runners, it's hard to put anything into motion. Hard to do just about anything.
That's right. There's the strike.
Man that I played for as a coach and later managed the Baltimore Orioles to World Championship in '83, Joe Altobelli, said, the years you get blown out, they're not frustrating because you're just not good enough.
Right.
And the great years you have are wildly entertaining. It's those years you're around 500 all year. He said those are the most frustrating. He said you always think you're going to be better than you are. You're always looking for that winning streak that doesn't seem to come. You always want to be able to put things together, and you don't seem to be able to just get over the hump. And sometimes you spend a year like that is as frustrating a year as you ever have in the game. Those are the years that irritate just about everybody.
From the top to the bottom. Two out, 0-2 the count. Nunez 15 for 19 on stolen bases. Yankees have 106. They've been thrown out 34 times. Our guys have 46. We've been thrown out 36 times.
John about ready to deliver pitch number 113.
Just off the end of the bat. Starting to rain in Detroit.
Well, apparently he believes that a Nunez stolen base is going to be the defining moment in this game.
Brennan Bosch has just homered off Adams. It is a 6-5 Tiger lead.
Wasn't raining hard enough. Wow. Somewhere along the line he's going to have to throw the ball home. And if he throws a good slider, he's going to get out Gardner. And we'll move to the bottom of the sixth.
Juan Pierre. And that'll do it. Nothing across. After 5.5, it's still 4-0. for their support of the Morris Athletic Association, tonight's Chevy Youth Baseball League of the Game. Your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers are supporting leagues and young ball players in their communities through the Chevy Youth Baseball program. From the big leagues to the youth leagues, Chevy is truly the official vehicle of baseball.
Hughes has kept it to a minimum of pitches, 55 so far as he heads into the 6th.
And first pitch strike to Beckham, who struck out his first trip. Very quickly, 0-2. Hughes, 4 strikeouts, has yet to walk anybody. Lays off the curveball, down. Jams him, pops him up. 1 out. So it'll bring up Juan Pierre. Juan has gone out to right, and he has singled. Corners in close once again. Outfield, short, swung around to the left, yapping right center. Out of play. And a reminder, if you're hitting the road, you can take the Sox with you this season. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every White Sox game live or on demand on your computer or your favorite devices. Visit WhiteSox.com. Oh no. Thought I had a chance to get over his head. 2 down. So here's Omar. Omar twice has gone out to Swisher and right. Four 9-0 for their guys. 0-3-0 for our guys. We got 3 singles. One by Dunn, one by Pierre, and one by AJ. One and one to count. Easy inning. Easy inning for Hughes, and we're into the 7th.
Night and Thursday night. It's the Yankees on CSN tomorrow, WGN on Thursday night at 7 p.m. Then Friday night, it's at Minnesota at 7 p.m. on CSN. The Lincoln upcoming schedule.
Derek Jeter will lead off the top of the 7th inning. He is 2 for 3, a single, a double. Both hit very hard. And 2 runs scored. First pitch from Jason Frazier.
Frazier comes in overall 2-1. The ERA just a little over 3. On for the 3rd time as a member of the Sox pen.
That one at 93. Could not check it up in the count 0-2. Good try just off the corner. Two balls, 2 strikes. $3,022 hits. It's hard to believe that 27 world championships that the Yankees own. Looked like he started to come up with that right arm, didn't, and it's a full count. One of the original franchises that he's the only guy to ever get 3,000 hits in the Yankee uniform.
Especially with as many Hall of Famers as they have had over the years.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And once again, the payoff.
That's the Jeter swing that will be remembered when he goes into the Hall. That inside out base hit to right field type swing that he's employed so well over these many years.
Jose Valverde on for the Tigers. He is 28 for 28 in saves. Ball hit hard, almost in his tracks. That's a hang whoop'em for Jeter. Meanwhile, 1 out. And a reminder, great seats still remain for all Sox home games. Tickets start at just $12 a seat. Plenty of great matchups, promotional nights, and games featuring post-game fireworks still remain. So 866 Sox game or visit whitesox.com. Here's Granderson. He's 1 for 2. Walked in the first, grounded to first in the third, and singled in the 5th. Johnny Danks threw 114 pitches in 6 innings. Nice bounce back, though, after giving up 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and then that 2-run homer to Teixeira in the third.
And he put up 3 goose eggs after that. So 6 innings, 4 runs on 9 hits with a walk and 5 strikeouts.
That's in the upper tank, foul, in the count 2-1. And out of the upper tank. Granderson 28 homers and 79 driven in. Pretty good pitch right there. Didn't get it. 3-1.
Watch where the 4 appears. Trying to thread the needle on the inside corner.
Pops him up right side. Beckham. Two down.
That's what Jason was trying to do on the pitch before. Just crowd him enough so that he couldn't get his arms out. And he threw it in a perfect spot on the last pitch.
Teixeira is hit into a double play, that 2-run homer, and then he singles sharply into left field in the 5th. Changeup misses. Teixeira's got the catbird seat. He just threw that one right by him in 95. Plays with a little guy with a big arm.
Because that ball seems to come from right behind his head. I think he's got some deception. It actually looks harder than 95.
Against our hitters it did when he was in Toronto. Three and one. Cano on deck. That ball hit way back. Count got him. It is 5-0.
Second home run of the night. So Teixeira homers from both sides of the plate. His 31st and his 82nd driven in.
Yankees now with 142 home runs.
This man can just flat out hit. That fastball is out away. It's not a bad pitch. In fact, it's a pretty good pitch. He just reaches out and hooks it out of the park.
He was sitting on the zone there. He was looking away and got it. Cano, first 2 times up, just scalded it. First one for an RBI double in inning 1, knocking in Jeter. Then he lined very hard to Pierre in the 3rd. Then he struck out in the 5th. 5-10-0 for New York. 0-3-0 for our guys. And just looking behind Cano, Mully is not happy. And it counts 3-0.
There's one of the heroes of the game tonight. He's driven in 3. Even more surprising, he's stolen a base on the back end of a double steal.
Twelfth time as there's ball 4 that Teixeira has homered from both sides of the plate. And that is a major league record.
Don Cooper calling to the pen. And the pen responding with some activity.
Well, we mentioned Mully wasn't happy. Hanley's happy. Cubs beat the Pirates 11-6 at PNC. So here's Swisher. He's 1 for 3. That's a static lead by Cano. He is 7 for 8 in stolen bases.
That call to the pen was for Brian Bruni. And there is Brian Bruni. He decided if it's going to be 1,000 degrees every day with 110% humidity, maybe that beard should go by the boards.
One and one to count. Josh Hamilton has just reached first base on an error by Miguel Cabrera. So 2 out. Top of the 9th inning. Tigers winning 6-5. Michael Young at the plate. And the count 2-1.
Wonder if Valverde's ever given up a home run late.
Not against us.
Not too many, but
pulled a string on him. Had him way out in front. 2-2. There he goes. So an easy stolen base. And a full count to Swisher. Andrew Jones on deck. Just joining us, 3 home runs by New York, 2 by Teixeira, and 1 by Russell Martin. So back-to-back walks.
And here comes Don Cooper. He wants to talk with Frazier. A lot of pitches for Jason this inning. 29 of them. Ted Barrett wants to break it up. Don Cooper with a couple of words for him. Roger Bossard went out to talk with Tim McClellan. Could very well mean there are some storm clouds on the horizon.
So here's Andrew. He has struck out 3 times tonight. 2 on, 2 out. There's a breaking ball strike. Nelson Cruz at the plate against Valverde as the Rangers have 2 on. Another error, this one by Peralta. And there's a strike on the corner. And when you've been scuffling like we have, there it is, August 2nd. We're already following every pitch. The Tigers and Indians. Jeez. Wow.
Landrew going for the golden sombrero tonight. Just missed getting it there.
Jim Angio, our directors, says they're seeing lightning over the downtown, the great city of Chicago. And that Tiger game is over. 6-5, Detroit wins it. And there's a base hit. And here comes another run. So the walk comes around, and here comes Ozzie. It is 6-0. So the evening is over for Jason Frazier. Ryan Bruni comes on, and we'll be back. WGN Sports Baseball Network in Central Illinois on WCFN 49, on WHO HD 13.3 in Des Moines, in Peoria on My 59 Peoria, and in the Quad Cities watching over WQAD 8.2. Welcome.
Brian Bruni comes into the game. And Bruni at 1-0, ERA just under 5 on for the 21st time. Inherits Yankees at first and second. It's been a 2-run inning. It's a 6-0 game, and there's a lot of lightning in the area.
And Martin at the plate, who's 1 for 3 with that homer. First pitch strike. We had a 45-minute weather delay. No rain hit the ground. As that's foul back in the count 0-2. 2 on, 2 out, 0-2 the count. Get foul. Get foul. It will. Thank you very much. And Sox fans, every White Sox Friday home game is United Flyaway Friday. Each Friday home game, one lucky fan will have the chance to win 2 free round-trip tickets to anywhere in the continental United States that United Airlines flies. United proud to fly the Chicago White Sox. So 0-2 the count to Martin. There's a chopper 2 hopper, and they'll do it. But they come up with 2 more. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning. 7th inning stretch. We trail it big. Rain has started to fall, and they have got in a hurry. Great job by our grounds crew. That tarp on the field. And we understand there's a chance it might be here for about an hour. We have not been told anything yet, but the radar does not look good. So in the meantime, we're going to take you to some rain delay programming as we trail this game 6-0 here in the bottom of the 7th. And the programming is Tyler Perry's House of Pain.